Have you ever scrolled through social media and then you see one of those hot model looking guys and then you just think to yourself, they are so lucky to have those genetics. I always used to blame my own genetics whenever I saw an attractive person until that I transformed myself. That's when I realized that becoming more attractive isn't just luck, it's a habit. So what is the most important habit that we can do to become more attractive? Because it's not skincare and it's not going to the gym and building more muscle. It's simply just training your face. Just like we can train our body to become better looking, we can also train our face to become better looking. Therefore, in this video, I will teach you about something I call the 4 key facial muscles that took me 8 months to master, which completely changed my face. And yes, just by doing these 4 facial exercises, you will attract countless of girls. So now I will walk you through the 2 most common underdeveloped muscles that I see on guys, which completely ruins their looks. And we will start off with muscle number 1, which is the palate. So now you might be wondering, why should we train something called a palate and what even is our palate? So let me tell you. So if you take a look at the screen right now, you can see on the middle picture and the left side picture, this is me from like 1 year ago, like the 8 months before I got my transformation. And basically, you can see the difference on my jawline here, because the palate basically is responsible for getting you forward growth, which basically just means that your jawline goes from this short version to now getting so much longer. So basically, the palate is just the roof of your mouth right behind your teeth, on like the middle part on the roof of your mouth. And if we push with our tongue up against this part, you know, our hard palate, you will actually start to push your maxilla, which is your upper jawline here, more upwards and forwards, which will then make your mandible go with it. So the mandible will get pushed upwards as well, so it will go into more of a straight line, which you can exactly see is what has happened on the right side. So basically, the action set that I want you to do if you want to get this transformation, go from, you know, a recessed looking jawline where your jawline is going all the way into like your neck, that's what it looks like, to now getting it pushed upwards and forwards so you have such a more attractive jawline. You simply just need to do what's called mewing. So mewing is a really general term by, for example, Dr. Mew Mike, or what the fuck he's called, right? But the thing is, I don't think he explains it properly. I think that there's a better way to explain it. And the way that I want you to explain it is to understand that there's 2 different versions of mewing. There is a standard way of doing mewing, but then there's also something called doing hard mewing. I see mewing as something that you just need to do on a daily basis, because if you don't learn how to mew properly, you would just reverse your results again. So you would just get a recessed looking jawline again, even if you got forward growth. So the way that you will have the correct tongue posture, that's what it's called, to basically mew. That is that you take your tongue and then you place it right behind your teeth a little bit and then upwards against the roof of your mouth. When you do so, you can kind of feel that there's a little bit of a hole upwards on the roof of your mouth. That's where you want to rest your tongue up against. When you rest the tip of your tongue up against it, you simply just swallow, because that's when your tongue will automatically go all the way through on your roof of your mouth, and it will gently push up against. That's how your tongue posture should be throughout the entire day. So it basically looks like this into action. Now you're mewing correctly. But from my experience, simply just doing mewing didn't push my jaw forward at all, because there isn't enough pressure if we just do it this way. And that is exactly why that we need to do something called hard mewing, which is the next step. We can't really do this 24/7 because it's so straining on like our roof of our mouth and our bones, because obviously we are moving around with our bones when we are doing this. So simply what you just want to do in the progressively overloaded version, you could call it. You simply just want to do the same, do the mewing, but now you just want to think about pressing your tongue as hard as possible upwards and then forwards up against the wall, you could say, you have on the roof of your mouth. Because you have a hole up against the roof of your mouth, there will be this kind of wall here. So that's why your tongue should be pressing upwards and then forwards, so this will get pushed upwards and forwards, which is your maxilla. You simply just want to do this as much as humanly possible. It will hurt a lot on like your bones and the roof of your mouth, but that's when you know that you're doing it correctly. Your goal should simply just be that you can apply more pressure, because the more pressure you can apply with your tongue, the better the results you're gonna get. But just me telling you how to do the form over this kind of video call doesn't really help you at all, because when you are into practice yourself, it will be way harder and you won't really understand really what I'm talking about. It will be the same as if you're going to the gym and you only saw like a YouTube video on how to do the bench press. When you then come to the gym, you don't really get the form correctly. You're probably doing it a little bit asymmetrical, and then you will fuck up your chest size. So it would be way easier if I could just hop on a call with you, so I can see exactly what you're doing, so I can correct you in the same way, so you can do it the right way. And that is exactly why that I have a program where I do this exact thing. Furthermore, there will be completely guides on how you can Looksmaxx, how to do skincare, hair maxing, all of these different things. If you're interested in this, and I genuinely believe it will be the best investment of your life, then go have a look at the top link of the description. All the details are there. Already the people that I have inside is already saying that it's been so helpful with my advice. They already see huge results. So now let's go to muscle number 2, which is the Orbicularis oculi. So you might be wondering again, what the fuck is the Orbicularis oculi? And let me tell you, if you take a look at the screen again, you can see again there's a before and after picture, which is pretty clear. So the Orbicularis oculi is basically just the muscle that we have around our eye area here. So if, as you can imagine, that if we train this eye area muscle, you can literally change the shape of your eyebrows, how much upper eyelid exposure you have, and maybe you have asymmetrical eyes as I had. You can see if I draw a straight line here, you can clearly see that my left eye is going higher up than the right one. But on the right side, however, I have completely fixed this issue. Okay, that was not a straight line, but you can clearly see it, right? And then you can see I have so much less upper eyelid exposure. I have a positive tilt with my eyebrows. Furthermore, I have what's called a perceived looking candle tilt, like a perceived positive looking candle tilt, which you can't really change that genetic naturally, but you can literally make it seem like you have a positive candle tilt just by training this exercise that I'm going to show you just in a bit. But maybe you also have like a negative brow tilt, which means that your eyebrows goes like this. You can also fix it if this is your problem. That's exactly why that we want to pull the end of our eyebrows here upwards, so we can get our eyebrows to get into a positive tilt, which we can do completely naturally with just this exercise. So what you simply just want to do is that you want to take your index fingers and then you want to put it by the end of your eyebrow. I don't know if you can see it from my hair, but then what you want to do is simply just pull under like your eye muscle here. So if you go under your eyebrow, you can kind of feel that you have a muscle tissue. And then what you just want to do from here is simply just pull upwards and then twist your fingers as much as possible to the side, so that your vision kind of becomes blurry and you feel a stretch on your eye muscle area here. Then what you want to do from there is simply just squint down as hard as humanly possible, so you really activate the muscle. But a problem that will occur is that your fingers will start to slip up. But when this happens, you simply just switch to your middle fingers, and now you just keep doing the reps. So let's say you do 1, 2, 3, then your fingers slip and you lose the grip. You just switch back to your index fingers, and then you just keep doing 1, 2, 3, 4, back 4, 5, 6, blah, 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 all the way until failure. That's simply just what you want to do. The second exercise we can do is to raise our eyebrows down. So maybe you have what's called a ghost look. That's what I call it. So if you take a look at the left side again, you can see that my eyebrows are raised like this, and I have so much upper eyelid exposure. Furthermore, my eyebrows goes like a rainbow, or like a ghost, you could say. You know, if you're scared, your eyes goes upwards like that, right? Some people have this look, and that's because you are not relaxed in your frontalis muscle. Basically, it just means your forehead muscle. So it's always tensed up. That's why your eyebrows are raised like that. So simply just to raise them down, we just need to learn how to relax our frontalis muscle and learn to make certain expressions with our eyes. Because in the start, you will kind of fake it till you make it, but over enough time, your body will literally get accustomed to it, and it will stay there at a natural level. So simply what you want to do is a technique called the UUDD method. So here's how you do it. Basically, it just stands for Up, up, down, down. So do this with me right now. Go up with your eyebrows as much as humanly possible. Then what you want to do from here is just look up as much as possible. So you kind of feel the strain around your forehead muscle here. And then what you want to do from there is simply just close your eyebrows downwards. Can you see how I control it down? And kind of try to make an angry face. You really want to try to over exaggerate this so you really learn how to do it properly. Then what you want to do from here, when you have squeezed down, made an angry face, you simply just want to tilt your head a little bit forwards, and then you just want to look back down slowly with your eyes. And now you kind of have the standard look for the hunter eyes, and you have raised your eyebrows down. Your eyebrows will then go up again because you don't know how to learn the expression, and then you just keep doing this over and over and over. Try to do it when you're like in a bus, or when you're cycling, or when you're driving a car, so people don't look at you and you're fucking standing and looking like this. People will think you're fucking autist or some shit like that. I swear to God, I've done that, and people are looking like, what the fuck is this guy doing? And that reminds me that if you have a story where you have really felt like your looks had an important role, so maybe you were going to school and you were asking your crush out, but she maybe rejected you because your looks simply wasn't to her standards. She probably wouldn't say it, but if you're honest, it's probably because you weren't that attractive. So please go down into the comments and tell me some story that you have had where you felt like your looks could have changed the situation. I would love to hear it. So now that we are at the end of this video, I really want to say thank you for watching this far. Think about how productive you have been. You could have done so many other things. You could have fucking watched porn, you could have scrolled on Instagram, but you have chosen to stay here and learn about how to improve your looks, and I'm so proud of you for that. And that is exactly why that I know that this channel will be the exact thing for you. So I would highly recommend you to go down and click subscribe to this channel so you can learn from me, so you can learn how to get an attractive body, attractive face, and just in overall become more attractive. And if you want to keep on learning, then go have a look at this video over here. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful day, bro. Mwah!